Give it up, Dalton. I know you're close.
Damn you, lawman! What do you want?
Bill Radler.
What about him?
I need to know where I can find him.
Good luck with that.
Next one lands further up.
You're too late. He and Roy Dougherty met up with the Wild Bunch. He's fixing to head back to Mississippi.
He killed a deputy. Marshal Thomas Houston, you heard of him? He was a good man. 2 boys at home. Pretty little wife with the daughter on the way.
He runs a saloon in Zembrod. Hey, please. Hey, please, you gotta get me to a doctor.
You're an outlaw.
You're no guardsman.
Oh?
They say guardsmen, they don't take prisoners. They only shoot to kill.
Things change. Besides, I don't have to kill you all the way out of here.
Madison? Madison, you don't leave me here! Damn you, guardsmen! Damn you!
So?
Radler's holed up in Drumright.
For certain?
That's what Dalton said.
Dalton, you trust an outlaw?
I'd say my pistol was pretty convincing.
So Drumright, huh? That's something we need to make sure of, because that's a few days' ride from here, and that's with fair weather.
Those his last words?
What?
Dalton, you say anything else?
He made a crack about the Guardsmen gone soft.
Since when do you care what a murderous thief thinks of you?
I don't.
Good. And we agreed on this. No more killing if we can bring him in. Agreed? Agreed? Bill's right. Drumright's a ways from here. All right, let's go see the new wise man. Let him know our plan, and then we'll get moving, yeah?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, I must admit, I've been looking forward to this meeting for a very long time. Your reputations precede you. Please, drink. Help yourself. E.D. Nix was a great territorial captain, and along with Year Three's help, he brought countless criminals to justice by any means necessary. Now, for as smart a man as Nix was, he did not serve without controversy. See, the fee system used for the payment of the U.S. Marshal Service officers, it came up short. Nix was charged with mismanagement of public funds and, unfortunately, has been removed from office. Which brings us to the reason why you are here. I am your new boss, gentlemen. The Guardsmen work for me now.
With all due respect, Mr. Canton, E.D. Nix allowed us to operate our office with very little oversight.
Did he? Well, let me ask you all a question. What's this rumor that I hear tell that you all don't kill outlaws anymore? Have you forgotten how we cleaned this territory up? Because it sure as hell wasn't with patty cakes and Eskimo kisses, I can assure you of that.
This territory is far from being clean.
Really?
We understand your frustration.
We fought back engines and trail thieves with nothing more than gunpowder and a sense of ruthless aggression. To be frank, which I am, I worry that your new way of law enforcement might end up doing more harm than good for us here in Oklahoma.
We just took out Emmett Dalton.
So? He was a low-level gang member, a putz. You want to impress me, go after Doolin. Maybe even the Wild Bunch. Yeah, you're going to ride up there and reason with men like that? That would not be very smart.
Nix wanted us to arrest these men so they'd have their day in court. So the American people could see the new justice system, which they're already paying for, work in action.
Do you see Nick sitting anywhere around this room?
So let me get this straight. You want us to go back to the old way of doing things and start killing outlaws again?
Tell me about Raidler.
He rides with Doolin. Drifted into Texas and became a cowboy, started robbing banks and trains. He fled the scene, but he was there when Tulsa Jack was shot dead by Willie Banks. He's been on the run ever since.
Wild Willie Banks. I know Willie. He's a good man.
Who's also wanted in connection with the bank robbery in Dover.
We hear he's up in Drum Ride.
Drum Ride?
That's correct. We camp here tonight or right out first sun.
One more thing. 30% of your bounty comes to me. That's non-negotiable.
Nix only took 5.
Nix is retired. My fee is 30%. Now, you three done what you had to bend the law from time to time. Here at the turn of the century, that sort of thing is gonna cost you.
The hell was that about?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing.
Don't bullshit me.
I know Canton. He would be the absolute worst employer for the Guardsmen. I know he's up to something.
Like what?
Well, he's already spun up on Rayler.
Is that a bad thing?
He didn't even know Willie was wanted for conspiracy.
You think it's a trap?
Yeah, maybe. And let's not forget to mention the 30% he's expecting off our bounties.
Everything's negotiable.
Negotiable? You heard his ass in there. And Heck didn't say one damn thing.
We can talk to Heck. Let's let things cool down a bit. Keep your head about you.
Chris, all this back and forth, killing and not killing outlaws, I tell you, it's wearing me thin. I never felt such conflict each time I reached down for my pistol.
Then don't. Don't think of it as killing. Think of it as addition by subtraction. Thoroughly. Who knows? Maybe you're right about Canton. One day you can make it right by your own hand.
Chris, tie up the horses. Bill, shoot us something to eat, please. I'll set up camp here. So what?
We're just gonna let Canton take a third of our money.
What choice do we have?
We can hang it up.
Oh yeah, and do what?
Cromwell's looking for a chief of police.
Yeah, one chief of police. There's two of y'all. You gonna have a shootout? Winner gets the job, what's the loser get?
No. Not picking any fights with my friend Chris here. I was talking about you running for Oklahoma State Senate. I could be your campaign manager. You already got support from the governor. You know, the marshals as well, except for Canton.
Yeah. Well, I'm a gunman, not a senator. And we got a job to do.
That's true. But Canton's gonna take a third of the money.
Yeah, he is. Time is both magnificent and dangerous, gentlemen. Too much proves fatal. A man approaching retirement breeds idleness. Process where initially becomes less and less dependent only to see his end, more dependent on the people he grew up weaning himself off of. That's a sad truth. One I intend on avoiding as long as I possibly can.
So, what? Never gonna retire from this?
I didn't say that. Right job comes around, it'll be my last.
We're with you to the end.
Good. Because the Guardsmen don't exist unless we all ride together.
Agreed. All right, boys, what's the plan? After we find Rayler, what happens?
A ruse. Chris will go in as a patron. That way he can confirm it's him, see how many guns he's got with him in that saloon. After that, we flank the building, take Rayler in alive. Alive.
Right, what happens if there's a gunfight?
You're not one to shy away from a gunfight.
This new deal with Canton.
I'll take care of that.
Drink?
Whiskey. If you got it.
I heard about you. Thought you were dead.
I should be.
What brings you here to see me when you ought to be riding to Texas or New Mexico by now?
May I?
Please.
The Guardsmen are going after Bill Regular.
I already know this.
If they kill him, you stand to make what? $100? What if I tell you I can make you a better offer than that? Regular and Doolin go way back. He protects Sam in that saloon he runs there in town. The Guardsmen could be walking into an ambush.
Go on.
Look, we all know the West is a thing of the past. It's a frontier, and by nature, all frontiers come to an end. They get purchased, populated, and the laws brought in, but not by the rebels. By lawmen elected to office, not appointed to. The railroads and telegraphs, the West is less separate now. There's less of this place to be tamed, but nonetheless, someone's gotta do it.
Governor Canton. It's got a nice ring to it.
The dueling gang can help make that a reality.
How?
Allow the ambush and drum riot. And when all the Guardsmen are dead, we'll make certain to put your name at the top of this year's governor election ballot.
What's this?
It's a wig.
I know what it is. I don't know about this, Heck.
What's not to know? Try it on.
Yeah, go ahead, try it on.
Shut up.
Actually, it doesn't look half bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. Why don't you go in there looking like a clown?
Because Heck asked you to do it, not me.
Yeah, that's right. Besides, you said you want to get on stage and do your stories and such. So
I really regret telling you that.
now's your big break. All right, let's go over the plan.
I go in there looking like a fool in this hideous thing and ask to buy a drink.
That's right. What's your name if anybody asks?
Chuck Waitsafer from Yuma, Arizona.
What are you doing here, Chuck?
Looking to get hired on as a cattle gunman.
All right, who are you looking for?
Bill Radler. Told he's the man that does the hiring for the gang up this way.
Good.
Well, what do I do when I get the information?
Well, enjoy your drink, then hightail it out of there. Make sure you take a look around that place first. All right, we don't go in there blind.
You sure this is gonna work?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, go on, hurry on.
You really think this is gonna work?
Maybe I should have sent you instead.
Yeah, maybe so.
Journeyman.
How could you tell?
All you pilgrims look alike. Where you from?
Yuma.
Arizona. Must be thirsty.
I am.
What's it like in Yuma? Never been.
Dry.
What do you do for yourself in Yuma?
I was a cattle gunman.
Cattle gunman. You good at it?
Indeed.
So what do I call you then, stranger?
Chuck Waite safer.
Some last name you got there for yourself, Chuck. You can call me Bill.
Good to meet you, Bill.
Another?
Sure.
It's strange hair you have there for yourself, Chuck.
Family curse.
So this gun business of yours, any idea where you're gonna start?
I was told I should ask for a man that goes by the name Radler.
It's a lucky day, Yuma.
You're Bill Radler. I'll be damned. Luck of the Irish.
Job starts at $10. You want in, you hand over half that until I collect 50. After that, you'll earn your full keep.
That's 10 jobs.
Is that a problem?
What am I shooting at?
All right, listen up, you idiots. I only want to say this one time. We're gonna go in there, pistol first. We're gonna ask for the coin one time. We have to ask the second time, we're serving lead. New guy, you're on the door. You think you can handle that?
Got it.
Wait a minute, why the heck does he get to wait outside?
Because he's new. Besides, that's what Bill wants. Now, if you boys are done whining, let's rob this place.
Don't you dare touch me! Stand back!
What happened? What happened? Mr. got cute is what happened.
Is that a problem with you, new guy?
What's the matter? Weak stomach?
I didn't say that.
Let's get on with it.
You froze.
I didn't freeze.
Oh?
If you'd have sent me in there instead of those two goons, nobody gets shot. Same portion of coin, too. Everybody wins.
They are pretty worthless. You sure are awfully confident in yourself. Think you can do better?
Try me.
There's a town just north of here. Family there pays you for my protection, and by my count, and I count every day. They're 2 months behind. I want you to go up there and bring me back my money. We have a deal? Or do I need to kick your ass out of my town?
Deal.
Sure are breaking in them boots quite nicely.
The hell is he?
Heck, don't worry, it's Chris. He'll be here.
Yeah.
Took you long enough?
Rayler's got that saloon knotted up real tight.
How many?
More than you'd like.
What do you suggest?
He's got me collecting some money up north of here.
He what?
Rayler doesn't know me from Adam. I need to gain his trust.
You need to gain his trust. Oh, Lord, I don't like this one bit.
Look, you wanted me close to Rayler? This is how we get it done.
No one gets hurt.
You have my word.
All right.
Let's go.
I must say, I did not expect you to be back here so soon.
It's agreed upon.
Meaning,
I sent word to Doolin. He gave the go-ahead on one condition.
which is?
He wants Rayler to be the one who does it.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Bill Doolin told you that he wanted Rayler to take out the Guardsmen?
That's right. And when that happens, the gang will put pressure on the powers that be to put your name at the top of the governor's ballot. You have my word.
Your word.
It's as good as gold. Rumblings are the Guardsmen already in Drum Right. Rayler works out that way in a saloon. It just makes sense.
But it has to happen fast and quiet. If I'm gonna be governor, it must appear that I have earned it. Are we clear?
Yes.
Are we clear?
Crystal.
Good luck.
I'll send word when it's done.
I don't have your money. Your pistol don't frighten me. And you can tell Bill Radler if you want. I'm not scared of him either.
How'd you know I was...
He sends his dogs around every other week. Never seen you, though. You knew or something?
How much do you owe him?
Come again?
I asked how much do you owe him?
Boy, you must be new. Rayler didn't send you, did he?
No. I'm a marshal's deputy. My name is Christopher Madsen.
Deputy?
That's right. Now, the amount.
$16.
$16.
Wait. What are you gonna do?
Consider your debt paid. I'll let Rayler know you no longer need his protection.
Bandits!
Hide, now.
They'll only come back.
Now, when I get Rayler their money, I won't. You have my word. In the meantime, I suggest you stay inside and hide.
How will I know when it's safe?
Tomorrow, if they come back, you send word to Guthrie. As for Heck Thomas, he'll handle these men and you'll never hear from them again. Understood?
Ain't you gonna shoot him or something? Thought the Guardsmen were killers.
Not anymore. Now, can I trust you to keep quiet?
What was that for?
You'll be fine.
Christopher Madsen.
Sheriff.
It has been a long time. What brings you all the way out here?
Heck's got me running all over Oklahoma like a damn Pinkerton.
Heck Thomas, let me guess. Half the pay?
Indeed. How are things in town?
Slow. What can I do for you?
Need a room to rest my eyes for the night?
Motel's just right up the road.
Hoping maybe have an open cell.
Come again?
Tend to do my best thinking in places I fear the most.
Well, it don't make no sense to me, but help yourself.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Manuscript.
Journal. I'd like to keep record of all my travels. I don't know. Maybe one day someone will use it to write a book.
Indeed.
Can I ask you something?
For sure, go on.
You enjoy what you do?
Well, now, I suppose. You?
Not in a long while. You know, Heck once told me there's two types of people in this world. Those who save lives and those who take lives. But where would that leave the Guardsmen?
I don't follow.
Those who save lives by taking lives.
Something best pondered over a bottle.
That sounds real nice.
Hang tight. I'll see what I can find, Marshal.
Emmett,
William.
sit down. What brings you in here again?
Seen any strangers run around these parts as of late?
Strangers?
Anyone from out of state? Say, Yuma, Arizona?
Something to drink?
Bourbon, if you got it.
So tell me about this, stranger.
Do you know the name Frank Canton?
Judge?
It's commissioner now.
Commission over who?
The Guardsmen. Bill, looks to me like you have a lawman problem here in Drumride.
Explain yourself.
As fate would have it, I came face to face with one of these guardsmen here recently.
Thomas?
Madsen. He tried to put me down, but apparently the guardsmen don't run their operation that way anymore.
He let you live?
Barely. I went and saw Canton. He's made a deal with Doolin.
What kind of a deal?
Doolin wants you to kill the guardsmen.
Really? What do I get out of all that?
$3,000. $1,000 for each of their heads. And once they're all out of the way, all we have to do is get Canton elected governor.
Governor?
Is that a problem?
I just can't see why he wouldn't trade one time for another.
Well, this is the thing. We have no intention of helping Canton secure more power in Oklahoma.
Meaning?
With the guardsmen out of the way, we don't need Canton for anything. Loose ends as far as Doolin's concerned. We'll send some of our boys down there ready to put them down. Clean house. The guardsmen, Canton, all of them. Gone.
Another drink?
If you don't mind.
It's all there. $16. Count it if you want. Nobody got shot. The girl doesn't need your protection anymore.
I already know all that.
What do you mean you already know that?
Fellas back there spoke to her after you left. She won't be needing any assistance from anyone any longer. We strung her up in my hot tree. Where'd you say you're from again?
Arizona.
Guthrie? Arizona? Put your pistol on the bar top. Put your pistol on the bar top!
Look, I don't know what you think you know, but I can assure you I am not who you think I am.
Christopher Metz. Like seeing a ghost. Am I right?
Take off that ridiculous hairpiece.
Should have killed me when you had a chance, Guardsman.
Well, now that we all know who's who, how about you tell my boys they can find your friends?
You'll never get away with this.
We already have.
Did you count this?
Just take it. Get him. Get him out.
Old age getting to you?
Not as old as you.
True.
It's nothing, just sores all.
Well, you reckon he'll be back by morning, son?
He better be. Chris has always been capable. It's just his mouth that gets him into trouble from time to time.
Never tell you about the first time I met him. We was in that little card room in Cash. I'm sure you know the place. I looked him off getting cheated by the dealer. Afterwards, he bought me a drink, and we have been friends ever since.
He'll be back, trust me.
I do.
I'm gonna take a piss.
What?
We ain't alone out here. Don't you move. Hold him. Who sent you?
Raidler. Raidler did.
Raidler. You alone? Are you alone?
Heck, we should ride.
He's holding our friend.
You're too late. He'll be dead by the time you get to town.
Stomp the fire, get the horses.
Damn right I will.
Bastards threw me in the woods!
He looks bad. Real bad. This one holds on to hope. You hide it well, but I can still see it. We've beaten you into submission, but it's still there. Like a dry tinder waiting for a spark.
What do we do with him now?
When our man's back and we know the rest of the Guardsmen are dead, we'll send him to the Almighty.
Man doesn't stand a chance.
Is that right?
Just take Thomas, Bill Dillon. You'd be better served to send a smaller. It's a verified graft.
You sent one man to ride after the Guardsmen. So, is that a problem? A great man beats his enemy into submission. So tell me, you give up?
Hell no.
Is that supposed to impress me?
I'll never quit.
Why is that?
Quitting's too dangerous.
What now? Hit him again. I gotta hand it to you, Madsen. You're one tough son of a bitch. We aren't done with you yet.
They're here.
Who?
The Guardsmen.
You sure?
Heck, Thomas and that other fella he was riding with saw them with our own two eyes.
All right, here's what we're gonna do.
Stay there! They're gone.
You're gonna go out there and negotiate with your friends. You're a dead man. You got it? You sure that's a good idea? This was your idea. You wanna walk back to Canton and let them know this little idea of yours didn't work out? Check the bodies out back. Get up. Go, get it. Move!
What now?
Call out my demands. Do it. Do it, or I'll spray your brains out all over drum rides.
All right. Guardsmen, surrender your weapons and ride back to Guthrie. In exchange, I'll be delivered shortly thereafter. Unharmed. Well, relatively unharmed, I suppose. What say you?
Where the hell are they?
There's nobody out here.
They're lying.
How stupid do you think the Guardsmen are?
If you ever want to see your deputy's head attached to his shoulders again, I suggest you make yourselves known, Guardsmen.
You should seriously reconsider whatever it is you got going in that head of yours right now.
Where's the other one of you?
The way I see it, your concern is with me.
You gotta let me walk out of here. Your deputy's a dead man. You got it?
You really want to play that game right now?
I hardly know that man. Right? Oh, hush. You're the reason we're in this mess to begin with.
All right, enough. 10 seconds.
No, you wouldn't. I heard the Guardsmen gone soft on killing folk.
Folks, maybe. Outlaws, never. Now you got a gun pointed at a United States Deputy Marshal right there. I don't need to explain the penalty for that, do I?
Hung by the neck till dead.
That's right. So, like my partner said, you got 10 seconds. 9. 8. 7.
You win. You win. You win.
Mr. Madsen, would you kind of relieve Mr. Raylor of his rifle, please? Is it loaded?
Yep.
Good. That's real good.
So what happens now? You lock him up in Guthrie?
Eventually.
Eventually? You have any idea the shitstorm we're about to bring down on you?
Mr. Madsen, rifle.
Are we done now?
Just about. Tie these two up, back to back. We'll take them into town, get them in front of a judge, get paid up on the commission. Make sure you tie that knot tight!
Heck. We can't see Canton.
Why the hell not? You look like you see a ghost. Geronimo might even be hanging around here.
How did you?
Never trust an outlaw with a big mouth.
I don't know what you're doing, but...
What do you think we're doing?
Listen. Whatever Emmett and Raylor told you, it's meaningless at this point. Now you and I, we can still cut a deal where we both get what we want.
What we want?
What I want is your resignation on paper right now. Go get your ink.
Resignation?
You're a disgrace to the badge, Frank. You made a deal for the Guardsmen that only helped out the gangs, not the people of the state of Oklahoma. Now either you resign on paper right now or so help me God, Frank. So help me God. I'll find a way to make it right. A way that includes a mop and a bucket to clean up what I do to your coward hind.
You had no proof.
Proof? My proof's on my lapel. Resignation, yes or no?
Yes.
Good. Now you'll walk out of this saloon as a criminal, which makes you a target for me and my men. Are we clear? And we're not just coming after you. We're coming after the gangs too. Dillon, Dalton, all of them. There's a new West, Frank. But before I put up my peacemaker for good, I'm going to make sure that I wipe all you outlaws off the map once and for all. Now get the hell out of my saloon.
This isn't the end of it.
Well, think we might be seeing him again?
We might.
He'll go to the gangs for protection?
Most likely.
Well, what's the plan? You want us to go after him?
All of them. Take them down. Disband anybody who gets in our way. One last ride, gentlemen. Let's leave some chaos in our wake.
Yeah, well, I think it's safe to say we're with you on this.
Always.
Good. Now we're gonna need some help.
Who'd you have in mind?
I have a few names.
Canton! You told Heck Thomas it ain't over.
It's not!
Now it's over.
Dalton. Dalton. Wait. Hey. Hey. Get the shit off me. Quit your thrashing. Hey. Quit it on me. Quit. Hey. Whiskey.
Hey. You wanna make a move for it?
Yeah.
On the count of three.
3,
2, 1.
3, damn it. 1, 2, 3. God, stop. I gotta take shit. I got shit.
No, you do not.
God's coming. No, you do not!
Someone now! Guardsmen!
So?
So what?
So we're just gonna let Canton take a third of our money?
What choice do we have?
Could hang it up.
Oh yeah, and do what?
Cromwell's looking for a chief of police.
Yeah, one chief of police. There's two of y'all. You gonna get in a shootout? Winner gets the job, what's the loser get?
No. I'm not gonna be fighting over anything like that with Chris here. I was talking about you. Running for Oklahoma State Senate. I'll be your campaign manager. You already got the support from the governor and the other marshals as well. Except maybe Canton.
I'm a gunman, not a senator. We got a job to do.
That's true. But now Canton's gonna take a third of it.
Yeah. Time is both magnificent and dangerous, gentlemen. Too much of it is fatal. A man approaching retirement breeds idleness. Process where a man initially becomes less and less dependent, only to see his end more dependent on the people he grew up weaning himself off of. It's a sad truth. One I intend on avoiding as long as I possibly can.
So, what? You're never gonna retire from this?
I didn't say that. Right job comes along, it'll be my last.
We're with you till the end.
Good. Guardsmen don't exist unless we ride together.
Agreed. So, what's the plan when we find Raidler?
A ruse. Chris will pose as a patron. That way he can confirm it's him and see how many guns he's got with him in that saloon. After that, we flank the building, take Raidler in, alive.
All right. What happens if there's a gunfight?
You never been afraid to use your gun before.
This new deal with Canton.
I'll handle that.
Isn't it your birthday? It's your birthday?
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's what's up! That's what's up! What's up? Wait, is it really your birthday?
No.
Oh.
What's that?